Hello, this is Darice, and welcome to Moonlife Astro. Today we're going to the astrology for the upcoming week, August 13th through August 20th. Can't believe we're almost at the end of August. Want to give you a quick rundown of the transits that we're going to be looking at. Basically, we have not a lot going on, which is nice because we're just coming off a Mercury retrograde. We're just coming off a full moon in Aquarius, and we're about to go into a new moon and eclipse season. So the universe is basically giving us the energetic version of a break, since what's happening is pretty supportive next week, actually, which is really quite nice. And I'm recording this a few days ahead of time, so I'm not sure if there's anything going on in the world that's major news. So if there is, and I'm not talking about it, that's why, because I have not been informed that it's happening. But anyway, I do hope you had a beautiful full moon. Hopefully Mercury going direct has been helpful. Hopefully you've experienced some momentum moving forward. The transits that we're going to talk about will be Mars sextiling Mercury, Venus trining the North Node. Then Mercury is going to sextile Mars again, and then the Sun is going to trine Chiron. And now I know I said two transits that basically sound the same. On August 14th, Mars sextiling Mercury, and then August 18th, Mercury is going to sextile Mars. Now, to be completely honest with you, I'm not sure what the real technical differences are between those two. I'm still learning a lot about astrology myself. And this is one of those areas that I refer to as astrocalculus, because the difference is really more about the angles and how they hit. And so if there's an astrologer who knows the difference and can break that down to me like you would to a 5-year-old, I would really appreciate it, because these are the things I'm still developing and learning myself as I grow as an astrologer. But I do know what I know about Mars and Mercury and sextile, so I can give you my understanding of that. And with that, let's just get into it. Basically, when you got these two Mercury Mars sextiles, it can promote fast thinking and decisive action, which is really great since Mercury's just moved direct. It's perfect time for decisive action. And then this Venus North Node alignment can help bring up some really nice soul aligned relationships and opportunity. And then the Sun Chiron trine, this could help us heal through our authenticity. But like I said, I'm going to break it down, go through it bit by bit as it happens this week. This is really a week that's really about being focused on our productivity. So it's a good week to maybe clear up some lingering admin stuff that you haven't been able to deal with. You might even want to look at doing a brain dump around your projects and your task. And you can even identify one or two conversations that you've been postponing and either have those conversations or set a time to have them in the near future. Mars is about our bravery, our courage, our ability to initiate, to act in a lot of ways. Mercury, our communication skills, how we digest information, how we express ourselves. So when they come together in a supportive sextile like they will on August 14th, we're going to have fast thinking, clear communication, our words being able to carry our confidence. So this could be great energy to use for pitching, negotiating, brainstorming. If you want to look at it from a more spiritual perspective, this could be a place where your mind and your mind and your will come together or align. This could be an opportunity to have your ideas land with some impact. So this could be great to use this energy to help you with either creating or revising marketing copy, your sales emails, or even setting aside time around these days, this particular week, for discovery calls, because the energy is going to be really supportive. Yeah, basically, anything that needs a feeling of boldness, you can infuse into this week. Could be a great use of this week, could be good use of energy for batching short-term videos or emails, for example. And actually, I did mention in my last video, I've launched a membership on Skool. There will be a link below to that. I am going to be doing weekly Q&As. And so this is the sort of thing that we could dive into more deeply if you show up for the live Q&A. Now on August 14th, we have Venus trining the North Node. Venus, our love, our values, our money, our relationship to money, North Node, our soul's calling, our fate. So when they come together in a supportive trine, This could create opportunities for relationships that feel really aligned or creative collaborations that have the potential to have a long-term purpose. So pay attention to what comes up around August 15th or even this week in terms of the people that you connect with or opportunities that present themselves to you. In a nutshell, the right people could show up when you're clear about your values. This is also an excellent week for networking, client attraction, and looking at strategic partnerships, maybe researching who you want to do partnerships with in the future. Also, a great time to review your brand messaging. And you might even consider hosting or attending a networking event, either online or in person, or in real life, as they say, or maybe even having a mastermind event. And now August 16th through the 17th, this weekend, this could be a great way to have time for reflection, integration, see what's been showing up for you since Friday. Could be a good opportunity to do some reflection prompts. For example, where do I feel pulled forward? Maybe even look at a light planning session for the upcoming week. Could be a good weekend too to set aside some time to be in nature and recharge that way, either through nature, art, or quiet time. August 18th, we're going to have Mercury sextile Mars. So this is another opportunity to have the supportive energy of Mercury coming together with Mars. Quick thinking, fast decision making, conversation should flow more easily, more effortlessly. Last week, I had a couple of difficult conversations myself, one with a coworker about some challenges we were having with another manager in our department. And then a few days later, I had a very emotional conversation with one of my siblings. We've been having some challenges in our relationship and our communication the last few months. And that full moon actually brought a lot of those issues to the surface. And we were able to have an honest conversation about some of the resentments we both have been carrying and cleared them out. And we resolved that. And we both made a conscious effort and actually said that we would both make a better effort at hearing each other, being more respectful towards one another, and also just being less defensive as we go into conversations. Because that's the tricky thing with resentments, I find. Like the longer I hold them, the harder it is for me to let them go. And even when I'm trying to be more authentic, I find that there's a fine line between just showing up and being present with the person and not carrying those resentments. And so it's something I'm still working on, and I'm going to continue to work on it because I do want to have a relationship with this family member. And I want it to be a good relationship, not just a surface one. And that's the thing that you have to decide when these things come up for you. Like, how willing are you to show up? How willing are you to be vulnerable? And are you willing to drop the baggage from the past and really just be present and give yourself permission to have a conversation that's based from the heart, or just to show up with an open heart? And it's something that I'm going to continue to work on. So this week would be a great opportunity for me to continue to do that, to continue to repair that relationship and to help create a stronger relationship. So this is actually a really good reminder for me. And it's one of the reasons why I do these videos, because I need these reminders just as much as anyone else does. And if you do receive value from this channel, feel free to like the video and also to subscribe to the channel as well, because I really do appreciate that. And it does help me support more people as well. Oh, and then August 19th, we have the sun trining Chiron. The sun, our identity, how we see ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. And then Chiron, the wounded healer, the wound that we're continually working on. Usually in Chiron, is called the wounded healer because it's always a wound that you're currently learning from, moving through, and helping you get to the next level. At least that's how I see Chiron. So when it comes together in a supportive trine with the sun, this can increase our confidence in being vulnerable, which is what I was basically just speaking about a few minutes ago. Healing through authentic expression and just being real about your journey with other people. So for you, maybe around August 19th, you could share a personal story that connects with your audience or one of your clients. Or you could even record a personal storytelling video. maybe write a blog or a newsletter on a lesson learned. Or you could simply set aside the time to reflect on where healing has strengthened your ability to lead. Like I said, not a lot going on. Pretty short video this week, and then part of the reason why my videos have been kind of short lately is that I just had a lot of other things going on, so I haven't been able to really sit down and do longer videos. But people seem to like the shorter videos as well. So let me know in the comments below if you have a preference, if you prefer them to be like around 10 to 15 minutes, or if you like it better when I do like the longer ones, 30 to 40 minutes, or a mix of the two. It'd be interesting to see what people have. And also, if you have ideas for other content, things you'd like me to discuss, questions you have either about astrology or productivity. And again, I do have my new Skool community that I opened up. There will be a link below to that. It's $9 a month or $50 for the year. I'm going to start out with just doing a weekly Q&A, which will begin next week. Probably on Wednesdays, I'm looking as well. So hopefully you'll be able to make that if you can. And yeah, that's basically it. But like I said, this is a nice supportive week. We get a breather after an intense full moon. I'm presuming it's an intense full moon for people. It was intense for me. I'm not sure if it was intense for you as well. We're coming off Mercury retrograde and we're about to prepare for eclipse season. And so I'll have that video probably in a couple weeks. I think next week's Monday video is going to be on the upcoming new moon. And then the week after that, I'll probably do a longer eclipse video. But in a nutshell, this is an opportunity to reflect and reset before the next cycle. You can look at review any wins that you've had in the past week or two. And if so, feel free to just comment down below, share what's going on with you if you feel comfortable doing that. If you're looking for other opportunities or things to work on this week, great week for getting new contacts or leads, or working on opportunities in a CRM or a planner. Also a good week to outline your next week's 3 biggest priorities. So that's basically it. I guess I can give you a quick dates and quick hits. I know some people like that as well. So August 14th, Mars sextile Mercury. So quick thinking, confident communication, decisive action. August 15th, Venus trines the North Node, faded connections, aligned opportunities, relationship growth. August 18th, Mercury sextile Mars. So we get a second wave of momentum, follow-ups, and fast-moving conversations. August 19th, the Sun trines Chiron, healing through authenticity, and confidence and vulnerability. Hopefully you find that useful and helpful. I'll also put that down below in the comments as well. And wishing you lots of love, joy, and peace. Easefully yours, Darice.